Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive.
Glad to be back.
This time we're tackling a big one, OSHA 1926.503.
Yeah, training requirements for fall protection. Big topic.
Really big. And I gotta say,
Oh yeah,
reading through this standard,
it can be a little dry.
yeah, a little dry,
Okay.
but super important, obviously. So we're gonna try to,
Liven it up a bit.
liven it up a bit, exactly, and really pull out the stuff that you need to know.
The need to knows, absolutely.
So let's just jump right into it.
Let's do it.
So 1926.503A. What does it say? What's the big deal here?
Basically, right at the gate, employers have to give fall hazard training
Okay.
to every employee exposed to those hazards.
Okay. Every employee. Now, when you say exposed,
Good point. That doesn't necessarily mean, hanging off a building.
right.
It means if there's any chance of a fall,
Got it.
even a short one, training's required.
Like tripping on something? Could that even?
Absolutely, yeah. If there's a risk, it
Yeah.
needs to be addressed.
Wow. Okay. So OSHA's not messing around.
Nope, they're serious about this.
No kidding. So what kind of training are we talking about? Like what needs to be covered?
So think of it like,
Full protection boot camp.
I like that, yeah. You need to know the hazards, the defenses, your role in it all.
So like first you got to be able to spot those hazards, right?
Exactly. It's about recognizing the danger zones.
Like those invisible tripwires all over a job site.
Yep. Then knowing how to use your safety systems.
Okay. So all the equipment.
All of it, guardrails, harnesses, nets.
Right. Right.
You need to be fluent in that safety language.
Fluent.
And not just knowing how to use it,
Uh-huh.
but how to use it correctly in your specific environment.
Right. Because a harness is a harness, but
But different types, different applications, it matters.
totally. Now, what about like handling materials up high?
That's a big one too, yeah.
Because, I mean, a dropped wrench, that's a,
It can be deadly.
Yeah.
So yeah, training has to cover that.
okay, so weight distribution, knowing what you can and can't carry.
Exactly. Wind conditions, all that stuff.
Makes sense. Wow, it really is like a whole different world up there.
It is.
Now, I've got to ask about this competent person.
Oh yeah, that's a key player.
It's not just anyone, right?
Definitely not. OSHA's very specific about their qualifications.
So, like, what are we looking for here?
Someone with the knowledge, the experience.
Okay.
They have to be able to identify hazards, train others effectively.
Like, they've got to know their stuff.
Yeah. Think Gandalf with a hard hat, guiding everyone to safety.
Gandalf with a hard hat. I love it. That's a great image. Okay, so training's done. What about the paperwork?
Always paperwork. But yeah, documentation is crucial.
What kind of documentation?
Written certifications, proof that the training happened met OSHA standards.
Okay, names, dates, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Signatures, what was covered, all the details.
That have those records.
It's about accountability, being able to show you did it right.
Makes sense. Now, things change on a job site, right? So what about retraining?
That's key too, and
Good.
OSHA addresses it directly. It's not a one-time thing. New equipment, new procedures, any change. Retraining time.
Got it. So like a new scaffolding system.
Perfect example. Even if your crew's been trained on scaffolding before,
Right, right.
this new system might be different setup, different risks.
Gotcha. Or even something as simple as like moving a workstation closer to an edge.
Yep. Seemingly small change, but the fall hazards increased.
So retraining's got to happen.
It's about staying adaptable, aware of those changes.
Okay, that makes sense. And of course, if someone's just not following the training,
Right. If there's a performance gap.
back to boot camp.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Better safe than sorry.
Now, before we wrap up, can we talk about the appendices to the standard?
Oh, yeah. Those are interesting.
They always feel kind of like a bonus level.
I like that analogy. Yeah, they're not mandatory,
Right.
but they offer extra guidance, best practices.
So for those who really want to go above and beyond.
Definitely worth checking out. Lots of good stuff in there.
Okay, great. So big picture. We've covered a lot with 1926.503. It's about way more than just checking boxes.
Absolutely.
It's about building a culture of safety, understanding why this stuff matters.
It's about saving lives, ultimately.
Exactly. So for everyone listening, think about this.
Okay.
How can you go beyond the minimum, create a work environment that truly prioritizes fall protection?
That's a great question for everyone to consider.
Absolutely. And hey, if you're looking for more resources on this, check out Safety One Source.
Great resource. Lots of info there.
That's it for this deep dive. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.